What does it take to get to 10K per month in your online t-shirt, apparel, or e-commerce business? Let's find out. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and we don't know each other, my name's Carrie, and I created this channel to bring you the best strategies, secrets, and hacks to grow your online t-shirt, apparel, or print-on-demand business. In today's video, I want to lay out a path, a realistic path for you to get to 10K per month in your e-commerce business. What do you actually have to do to achieve that on a consistent basis? I also want to tell you why 10K per month is really significant for you to get there, and it's a target that everybody should have when you're just starting out, or maybe you've been selling for a while and just haven't been able to break through. Let's start by talking about why 10K per month is really significant and a goal that you should have. After working with thousands of students in our programs over the last 2+ years, we have found that when you get to 10K per month in your e-commerce business, that is the tipping point for most people to be able to leave their full-time kind of day job and turn this from a hobby to something that can actually pay their bills and allow them to come home, work from home, spend more time with their family, and really start to gain some of that freedom that we all long for, and the reason we all started an online business, because we want that freedom, that time freedom, to be able to do the things that we love, more of our hobbies, and spend more time with our family and our children and those kind of things, and eventually get to a point where we don't have to worry about our bills and we can start to buy the things and use our money for the things that we want. Here's why these numbers make sense. With 10K per month in an average e-commerce business, that's going to equate to somewhere between about $2,500 and $4,000 in profit, maybe more. And that's equal to kind of the average US salary. That's going to be able to replace your income and allow you to come home. And if you're selling t-shirts, if you're doing print on demand, I want to give you some numbers that you can strive for on kind of a daily and monthly basis and show you really how realistic this 10K per month goal is. Now, if you're selling a different kind of e-commerce, you might have to adjust these numbers a little bit. But again, if you're selling t-shirts, apparel, print on demand, you need to sell somewhere between 200 and 220 orders per month. And that maths out to about 6 or 7 orders per day. And I think that's really realistic for everybody watching. Think to yourself, can you get to 7 orders per day? You only need to get 7 purchases on your store per day to really start to get that freedom in your life. So I think this is a extremely attainable goal. And that's another reason I love that 10K mark for you to strive for. I want to ask you a question. What's your monthly goal for revenue in your e-commerce business? And what number gets you to that freedom? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're enjoying this video, hit that like button. It really helps us out. It helps us get this video out to more people on YouTube. And also consider subscribing to the channel. We put out new videos like this one every single Tuesday, and you can hit that bell icon so that you get notified and you never miss a new video. Number 1, you need a winning product sold to a passionate niche. Let's talk about niche for a second. You need to pick a niche that is, 1, very passionate, has a large passionate fan base. And number 2, it needs to be something that you can easily target out on your social media sites like a Facebook or an Instagram. It needs to be a niche where you can find that people in that niche relatively easy. And you also need a winning product. And if you watch any of my videos, you know that the number 1 ingredient to a winning design for t-shirts and apparel is emotion. It has to make your end customer feel emotion. And on social media, it's got to stop the scroll, right? It's got to be a design that makes people think, that makes people feel something, laugh, cry, get excited, maybe get angry or get passionate, feel pride. It's got to have that emotion. Over 50% of sales are made purely on emotion. So that's the number 1 thing. You've got to have a winning design sold to a passionate group of people. Number 2, you need a sexy offer. You need something that is irresistible, that's going to get people to pull out their wallet and make a purchase right away. You shouldn't just sell just your product. You need to package it together and create an offer. Now, what's the difference between selling a product and an offer? Well, an offer is simply your core product plus additional added value. So I want you to think about your core product that you might be selling. And maybe it's a t-shirt, maybe it's some other e-commerce product. What additional value could you add, ideally at a low cost, that will increase the perceived value to your potential customer? create a bundle or a special offer that is really more effective than just selling one product and just saying, here's a t-shirt for $25. You can even add digital products along with your physical product to create that higher perceived value. And that's really going to get people to pull the trigger a lot quicker. If you can think, what is my core product plus what added value can I add in there? Create a special offer. Oftentimes you can raise the price because the perceived value gets so much larger. So that's number 2, you need a sexy offer. Number 3, you need upsells. If you want to make big profits and you want to make big revenue and have big average order value, big orders coming through, you got to upsell your customers. You cannot just sell one product at a time or even one offer at a time. You need to be offering upsells in your store as your customers are going through your funnel through the buying process. When they add that first item to cart, man, hit them with another item. After they go and check out, hit them with another item. You have to have upsells in place to increase your average order value. And the more you increase your average order value, the less orders you're going to have to get per month to get to that 10K mark. So number 3, you need some upsells. Number 4, and the final thing you need in your store is follow-up. You got to have simple follow-up systems. Retargeting is the first one. When somebody leaves your website and doesn't make a purchase, or even if they do make a purchase, you need to hit them with retargeting ads wherever they're at on the internet. That's going to persuade them to come back and make a purchase, either make another purchase or come back and complete their purchase, or maybe purchase an item that they looked at but didn't end up adding to cart. And the second kind of follow-up system that you need is email. You can set up automated email flows that last 6 months, a year, or multiple years, so that in the background, while you're doing whatever you want to be doing, your emails are always sending out to your customers. So you're growing that list and you're setting up automated email flows that will follow up with your customers and get them to come back and make purchases, again, while you're doing other things and you don't have to focus on it. So number 1, retargeting. Number 2, email follow-up systems. And that makes up our 4th step, which is follow-up. When you have all 4 of these things in place, this is how you get to those consistent 10K months and more. And this is how you really create this kind of cycle, this buying cycle, or this funnel, if you will, where you can take cold customers, cold audiences, and continue to warm them up, get them to make a purchase, and then also get them to come back and make additional purchases and become repeat buyers. Oftentimes, I see people, all the time, I see people focus so much on the front end, on the cold customers, getting new customers, and not focusing on getting their existing customer base to come back and buy again and again and again. But if you don't know, repeat buyers are way less expensive to get them to purchase again. They're way less expensive than it is to get new customers. And they spend a lot more because they've already made a purchase with you. And so it's so important that you don't only focus on the cold traffic, the cold audiences, but that you're even more focused on the warm audiences, because they're going to cost less to acquire and they're going to spend more money with you. And that feeds this system that we were talking about. Do you currently have an e-commerce business and you're already selling, but maybe you're struggling to get to those 10K months that we're talking about? Or maybe you're struggling just to get to 3 or 4 or 5K per month and you don't really know what that freedom feels like. Well, I've just opened up a few spots for personal coaching and training in our Shirt School Accelerator program. This is kind of our premium program, and it's designed for me to personally help you and in a group setting get to 10K months in 6 months or less. So it's a 6-month program, and we're going to lay out a success path for you that focuses on specific areas and improving those areas in your online business each month as you progress through the program. It is a group coaching program. There's some one-on-one coaching. There's group coaching. We also have coaches on my team that you can schedule calls with, and there's so much more included. If you're interested in applying for the Shirt School Accelerator coaching program, just head over to carrieegler.com/10K. If you're somebody watching this right now and you're saying, man, I want to get to 10K months in my e-commerce business, I want you to consider just hitting that link. It's down in the description, or just typing it into your browser, carrieegler.com/10K. It's a quick application, takes about 10 seconds. We turn down more people than we accept, but if you're already selling online, you have a functioning website, I would encourage you to put in that application. My team will take a look at it and we'll reach out to you with some next steps. So carrieegler.com/10K. We'll see you next week.